We absolutely love playing Spider-Man here, but even if you love a game, sometimes even the biggest fans will have some complaints about some little things. So, as usual, to play devil's advocate, we scoured the internet to see what drives Spider-Man PS4 fans crazy. These are a mix of petty minor grievances to big issues and everything in between. So here are 10 things Spider-Man PS4 players hate. Starting off at number 10, let's talk about screwing up that car QuickTime event. And let's be real, it's happened. There's that one animation of stopping a robbery and stopping the car from crashing where you always mess up the QuickTime button press where you gotta mash square. It feels like sometimes you can't mash the button fast enough no matter what. It's annoying because the other times you stop cars, it can be done fairly easily. But the window on that one particular car animation always seems to be just short enough so that you always fuck it up. And it's so annoying because you fail to get the full satisfaction of completion, plus you make Spidey look like an idiot, and that's lame. You could try just starting mashing square before the prompt even pops up, sometimes that helps, but still, it's annoying. Now at number 9, let's talk about the brutes. The brutes are one of the biggest buzzkill enemies in the game. Obviously they're powerful and they take a lot of hits, but they can also close distance and whack you stupidly fast. Dodges feel meaningless, and your attacks don't interrupt theirs, so you can get screwed over pretty easily. Spider-Man is so strong, and yet these dudes can take multiple Spidey punches to the face without stopping? I don't know about that. Now, this is a fair challenge. I get the design. Not gonna whine that they're too hard or anything, but we can still point out that they suck, especially when they have miniguns. That's a whole nother level entirely. You better hope you have enough focus bars built up or electric webbing or something, because you gotta use everything on these dudes. But next at number 8, since we're talking about enemies, let's talk about RPGs. The goddamn RPGs. Since when does every criminal on a New York City street have a rocket launcher? I have no idea how this works, but they do in this game. It's the quickest way to ruin a party, and by party, I mean high combo. The problem is that they are pretty easy to dodge, but the timing and the feel on them is slightly different than a regular melee dodge or a gun dodge. These you have to pay a bit more attention to so long as they have a clear line of sight on you. And sometimes, even though they don't have line of sight on you, you still hear the beep 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 of the missile attack, and that's annoying. It's like, way to make me paranoid. Now next at number 7, let's talk about getting shot at while you're swinging around minding your own business. This is one we've seen pop up on a lot of forums. The Sable soldiers are crack shots, and they're a pain in the ass when you're trying to just mind your own business and maybe go for a leisurely swing to catch that New York brisk air at night. In some points of the game, you can't go 2 blocks without laser aims and bullets like flying by you every second. Nothing makes you feel less Spider-Man-y than getting shot in the freaking back while you're on your way to see Mary Jane or whatever, I don't know. To be fair, this isn't just Spider-Man PS4, this was a problem in other Spider-Man open world games like Web of Shadows, where eventually the game devolves into pure chaos. I'm just saying, I don't know. Now at number 6, let's talk about when the camera screws you over in a fight. This doesn't happen often, but we've seen a lot of people ranting about losing a fight or just having a combo cut short thanks to the poor camera system the game has. Sometimes it just doesn't follow you quite right, or it gets stuck behind a light pole and you end up getting punched in the ass by a bad guy you didn't see in time. Let's be real though, video game characters will never be perfect. Spider-Man's definitely isn't, but if you've played a bunch of other third-person action games before, you know this is the drill sometimes, and I guess we have to live with it. Now at number 5, this is a small, petty minor thing, but we know some players hate, and that's when you have a really good swing going and you're cruising along, doing cool flips, maybe a flip up a fire escape and off a water tower, really impressive stuff, until you suddenly screw up, take a wrong turn, and maybe bump into a building that either slows you down or sends Spidey running in the opposite direction that you actually wanted. That loss of momentum is a total bummer. Thankfully, the game is designed well enough that you're usually not fighting with the controls, and any mistake is pretty much on you. It sucks, especially when you're chasing someone or something only to screw up and land on a roof running when you weren't trying to. As we often say in these videos, sometimes the things players hate the most is themselves. But at number 4, I know something that some players hate is the fact that Mysterio isn't in the game. I mean, come on. I'm not saying I need a rehash of Spider-Man 2's Mysterio level. Like, that's not what I'm saying. Like, we could have something totally different, but just Mysterio himself in existence. I mean, come on. That's all I really have to say. Moving on. At number 3, we've gotten a lot of these from other folks who didn't like things, but this one is mine. This is personal. I hate doing any of the laboratory research puzzles, especially when considering you're a completionist like me and you're gonna grind through them all anyway. It's just painful to get through because number 1, they're just kind of lame puzzles when I'd rather be swinging around New York fighting crime, and 2, when I screw them up, they make me feel really stupid. If I get stuck, I feel dumb. Still, you'll do them all, even for the goodies, you know? But here at the GameRanks office, we're not a fan. Now at number 2, let's talk about Screwball for a second. In this game, specifically the first add-on DLC, Screwball ends up being the most annoying character with the worst, most aggravatingly designed challenges. It's not just us saying this. Take a search online in any social media or forum, and you'll see folks expressing the same type of frustration. The frustrating freaking challenges she gives are easily the worst part of the first add-on DLC. And even though it's implied there will be more, it seems like a lot of people out there don't want to see her again. But at number 1, if we're talking about things Spider-Man PS4 players hate, let's end this on a positive note. The biggest thing that I think all Spider-Man game fans hate the most is finishing the game, maxing it out to 100%, getting that platinum. That feeling of wanting more makes you feel so damn empty inside, doesn't it? Finishing the game and wanting more is the thing we hate most of all. Spider-Man PS4 isn't the shortest game, and it's an open world, and it's plenty replayable, but chances are you enjoyed this game so much that you dove right in and immediately sucked up everything it had to offer. And just think, yeah, there's DLC, but eventually that'll all be over too. And eventually we don't have any more, and we'll have to sit around hoping Insomniac makes another game soon. This game made a bunch of money, so there's a good possibility, but we'll just have to wait and see. But those are 10 things Spider-Man PS4 fans hate. Man, we do these lists all the time. This one was actually pretty hard to find things that people really hated, but we got them, and we want to hear from you guys down in the comments. Even if you love the game, if you got any complaints, we want to hear from you. But if you enjoyed this video, maybe you get what we're saying, clicking the like button helps us out. We really appreciate it. But if you are new, it's worth subscribing because we put out new videos every single day. And as always, thanks for watching, and we will see you guys next time.